Alrighty. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the AM3 Championship here in Contest of Speed. This is round 4, and we are at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. I am your host for the evening, Deathstorm. And tonight, like I said, we are racing in Austin, Texas at the Circuit of the Americas. This track is 5.514 kilometers or 3.426 miles with 20 turns with a capacity of 150,000 people. First opened in 2012, and if you guys remember correctly, there was a gap between 2006, I believe it was, and 2011 where there was no United States Grand Prix. This was the circuit that brought it back. The Circuit of the Americas has a lap record of 1:36.169 by Charles Leclerc in 2019 with the Ferrari SF90. And as of right now, it's home to a bunch of current endurance events in other tiers like GT3, supercars, so on and so forth. Also, the home of the United States Grand Prix, which is tonight, as well as the NASCAR Texas Grand Prix. Tonight, as you see, we have a 19-person grid with the potential of there being 20, whether it being Black Hammer in the McLaren or a reserve. We have yet to find out because he did mark attendance, and we knew. I believe we knew he was going to be late. First, to go over a little bit of housekeeping. Last week's podium was Sod in the Williams, Great Ape in the Alpine, Red Arrow in the Aston Martin. That does stay. 4 incident reports to report. First one was between Chris Zip and Great Ape. That was a 5-second for Chris Zip. Second one, Electric Entree Whitjay, 5-1 for Electric Entree. And the last one, Whitjay and Rilio, with a DDR being awarded to Rilio, and 3 seconds plus 1 awarded to Rilio. DDR for Whitjay, 3-1 to Rilio for no footage. There was also an attendance reprimand awarded to Red Mask as well, due to not properly marking attendance. With that being said, let me go into the AM3 folder that we have. And I'm only going to go through the top 10 in points. After last week's performance, Sod is on top of the table with 50 in the Williams. Sean Boy's in P2 with 45. BK's in third with 44. Red Arrow is fourth with 36. Great Ape fifth with 29. Grew in 6th with 18, Easy 10 in 7th with 16, Chris Zip in 8th with 13, Kane in 9th with 10, Electric Entree rounding out the top 10 with 8. While I pull up the mini maps and do all what I gotta do here, as Red Arrow is out on a flying lap, we'll stay with the Aston Martin driver. With the drivers' standings, the constructors are as follows. Red Bull still on top with 89, Williams in second with 66, Alpine in third with 39, Aston Martin in fourth with 36, AlphaTauri with 25, Mercedes with 18, Haas with 15, McLaren with 10, Ferrari with 6, and Alfa Romeo rounding out the table with 2. So again, all teams have points in AM3. With that being said, I could focus a little bit on qualifying as we are with Red Arrow as Gustavo sets the time to beat right now with a 1:37.1. A little far cry. Giza now tops that with a 35.1, which is still a little bit of a far cry from the pole time from EU4 this afternoon. I believe that was a 33.3 as BK goes 34.5. Break FN had the 33.3. Red Arrow goes 34.4. 10th clear BK. Sets it on provisional pole for the time being. Sod 33.6. So right there on cue. 3/10 off. Sod putting down the hammer already in the Williams. As it sits right now, Red Arrows P2, BK, Seanboy 3-4, Giza 5th, Hood Kool-Aid Man, who is on debut reserving tonight for Swifty. He is in 6th currently. JC's in 7th, ASAP Logging 8th, Gustavo 9th, and Easy 10 rounding out the guys that have set a lap. "12 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Very early days so far. Eric now in 12th with a 43.9. That was definitely more of a banker lap than anything. Definitely not reminiscent of his pace at all. Electric Entree 35.2. Trying to see who else is on a lap here. See what Kane's Sector 2 split's going to be. He has a Williams in front of him. It's a personal best through Sector 2, of course. He hasn't set a time yet. Going through the double left-hander with the little kink at the end of it. Going now through the triple right, which is reminiscent of Istanbul Park's turn 8 with the triple left. Very easy to invalidate through turns 19 and 20 if you're not careful. Throw it on the apron or on the throttle, and Kane is 10th fastest with the 35.5. See who else is out on a lap. I don't think anybody else. Yes, Sod is coming in. Red Arrow is possibly beginning another lap. I don't see why he could or how he could with the ERS that he has, but we'll revisit him in a moment. Witch-J is 3 seconds slower through Sector 1. JC... Yeah, EZ10's not going to have anything competitive. Maybe Denny might. I don't know. I think it was 5 seconds slower through Sector 2, so I think he's coming into the pits. Yes, he is. So that's going to be him over and done with for the time being. Eric is literally stopped on track at the moment. He looked like he binned it coming out of the last corner. So he's going to have to go back around. I don't know if he's going to have enough straight line speed to get into turn 1. Another distinct factor is this, or a distinct trait in this track is this turn 1. The uphill, somewhat hairpin left that falls away from you on exit. So it's very easy to overcook on exit of the corner, reminiscent of Meggett's and Beckett's in Sector 1 as well. Yeah, Eric is kind of all over the place, trying to scrub off the tires, it looks like. Turn 1 does not suck. It's one of the better corners in Formula 1. It causes a lot of chaos and heartbreak and fun. As says Deathstorm, who decides to apparently wreck sometimes there. Alright, JC is getting ready for a hot lap now. We'll ride on board with the Aston Martin driver and take a little tour around Cota and its 20 corners. Throwing it up in the 7th, 8th gear, going up the hill, using the hill as a natural brake. Braking a little later as you wish. Late Apex's turn 1 doesn't quite hit the curve on entry or exit. Now through the Meggett's and Beckett's section, imitation section of this track. Heading toward the end of Sector 1, keeping it on the curve, the double apex. Little under a 10th faster. This next complex of corners is very easy to lose the back end and or validate wide. If you're not careful, going into the DRS straight here, the back straight, the longest straight on this track, with the heaviest braking zone. Hits the DRS zone, see what his speed trap is going to be. It looks like he's going to get around 199 miles an hour into the apex. Very hard braking zone at the end of Sector 2. JC is actually a 10th down on his time. Let's see if he has a good Sector 3. This double apex left-hander, very, very diverse lines through a bunch of drivers. Loses the back end a little bit, keeps it on time. Keeps on track, I should say. Double right-hander, triple right-hander of 18, 16, 17, 18. Goes through turn 19 and keeping it on the curb, maximizing entry of 20 and exit. And that is your lap around Cota as JC goes P8 with a 35-2. BK is going to be getting ready to go as well. He's setting up. He's got to try to improve upon that 34.5 if he wants to get anywhere close to pole. As Black Hammer has officially joined, there is our 20th driver. Side with the ego retirement. Ben. I could say you could relate to that, but you know, AM1, just saying. As we are now going to be riding here with BK as he is starting his second flying lap of the evening. Going up the hill to turn 1. He's got clear track ahead of him, so he's just going to have no problems getting through the first sector with any difficulty. And through Sector 1's Meggetts and Beckett's lookalike as he goes 3/10 faster through Sector 1. Looks like a provisional purple so far. And BK into the barrier. Losing it at exactly the same corner I thought he would. Like anybody can, I should say. That little complex is just deadly on the car if you have a massive understeer or oversteer. Sean Boy through Sector 2. Let's see what he's going to do. I didn't get a chance to see his lap, and he has a tank slapper coming out of 15. 16, 17, and 18. Going through 19 now, maximizing the exit a little bit, and he's actually going to dive it into the pits, so he was definitely not happy with that little tank slapper that he had. Giza maybe on a hot lap? 2 seconds slower, so no, he is not. Hood Kool-Aid Man on reserve. I didn't even notice that. 34.3, putting it in P2 at the moment, ahead of guys like Red Arrow and BK. So that's a very good lap by the debutante. Oh, speaking of guys like Red Arrow, BK, Preseason, Deathstorm's AM3 round 4 power rankings. While we're actually not going to go on board with Kool-Aid Man because he dived off there, we will go with. I don't know. We'll stay with Giza. Actually, no, we'll go with Red Arrow for now. Drivers for power rankings are as follows. Top 10. Sean Boy in the Red Bull P1. Red Arrow after his podium last week, P2. Sod after his win, P3. BK drops all the way to 4th. Chris Zip in 5th. Great Ape 6th. Giza 7th. Gustavo 8th. Easy 10-9. And Gru rounding out the top 10. As Red Arrow does have an invalidated lap, but I'm still going to stay there with him anyway. Which means Red Bull is on top of the power rankings yet again. Williams is closing in behind P2. AlphaTauri is up in the P3, by the way. So AlphaTauri was 2 last week. Dropped down 1 this week. Aston Martin stays put at 4. Haas stays put at 5. Alpine eclipses Mercedes. Alpine's in 6th. Mercedes is in 7th. Ferrari 8th. McLaren 9th. And Alfa Romeo rounding out the table. But that is your top 10 drivers' power rankings, as well as the constructors' rankings from good old Deathstorm. As we have 3 minutes and change now to go, Black Hammer is out on track. He is out on an outlap. He is toward the end of Sector 3 now, so we will get to see him in action very, very soon. We also get to see Great Ape set a time. He has yet to set one. This is going to be the lap I'm curious about because he does have a purple Sector 1, or Sector 2 rather. And I don't know if it's a personal or if it's a session. We will find out in 4 corners time. He's going to have to worry about that car. Oh my god! Oh no, no, no. That was his... Oh... Easy 10 in the Williams getting in the way there. I wish that board wasn't there. I would have caught that on stream, and Easy 10 disqualifies himself. Oh my goodness. So Great Ape definitely is not going to get a lap in now. That was absolutely crazy. Actually, I probably could have. Yeah, I could have done it. Oh, crud. Now that I know that. And, Ben, visit me in DMs after the race. That's all I'm going to say to that. Because I know you're listening. Black Hammer is coming through turn 20 now. And this is going to be his one and only potential lap of the 36-1, putting him in P14. Just trust me. Just trust me. You didn't. I actually need to tell you something. Eric has retired from the session. He's going to be P18. I wonder if Great Ape's going to be able to get a lap in. He's going to have to motor. He's got a minute and change to do it. Actually, excuse me. Let's see what Great Ape is going to be able to do. I'll revisit that in a minute. He's got 49 seconds to get to the line. These guys that are on an outlap are going to have to possibly potentially push now. Hood, Kool-Aid Man, Red Arrow, BK. Groot is out on a lap, but that cluster and gaggle of cars that's in Sector 2, in Sector 3 I should say, is a little mind-boggling. Giza does get to the line, so he's going to be able to get his lap in. Let's see, BK maybe get there. He's going to get there just in time. Mercedes right behind him is also going to get there just in time. Did Great Ape get there? Great Ape got there. Oh my god, Great Ape got there. He cut that real close. So we will stay on board here with the Alpine driver, actually. As he goes through Sector 1, see what he's going to set. Hopefully nobody gets a chance to impede him this time. As JC puts it fourth with a 34.5. Red Arrow's P3 currently. Sean Boy's P6. Gru P7. Witch 9th. Black Hammer 14th. And Gustavo 15th, or 17th rather, all finishing. Denny also finished. He's P15 currently. That also goes off of what Great Ape is going to do. I didn't catch a Sector 1 time because I was looking at the other part of the screen. And so let's see what Great Ape sets for his Sector 2 time. Purple yet again through Sector 2. Again, we don't know if it's a personal or if it's a overall. Going through the tricky double left-hander and then the triple right of 16, 17, and 18, keeping it nice and tidy. Setting up for turn 19, keeping it on the track nice and tight. Very good entry in the 20, Going to keep it foot on the floor, goes third fastest with a 33.9, and that's going to be more than likely your qualifying. JC has invalidated, yep, so that's going to be that. And ASAP Loggy, he is not on a lap. He is nowhere near, actually. He just eclipsed the 2-minute mark. So that is your qualifying over here in Austin, Texas, with Sada on pole with a 33.6. 2/10 behind him is BK in P2, and a 10th behind that is Great Ape in P3. Hood Kool-Aid Man on debut in the second row, P4. Red Arrow, P5. JC is teammate, P6. Giza 7th. Seanboy 8th. Gru 9th. Witch A rounding out the top 10. Electric Entree in 11th. Kane in 12th. Chris Zip 13th. Red Mask 14. Black Hammer 15. Denny 16. ASAP Loggy 17. Gustavo 18. Eric in 19th and Easy 10. Completing the Williams sandwich in P20. All in all, a decent qualifying. Competitive up and down. Such as the end of AM3. Yeah, you have 3:10 separating the top three, then a little bit of a gaggle here, but between 4th and 9th is 3/10 of a second, with 10th not that far off as well. So I'm interested to seeing what you guys think in the chat. Podium predictions as always, welcome in the chat. And yeah, Great Ape, I did see that with literally 1 second to go. I had it on the stream that you made it right across the line. That was nice timing by you. So that is it for now. Again, podium predictions in the chat as always. For me, jeez, I don't know. I mean, if Saad has a good getaway and stays away from the field, I don't see anybody touching him. So I'm going to end up going Saad, Red Arrow, and BK will be my top 3 tonight, with Great Ape flirting around in P4. Looks dry for the race. Party goes BK, Gru, Great Ape. Okay, fair enough. Very interested in seeing what tire strat everybody is going to go on. But your boy in the booth tomorrow night did a shame last week and won't be able to qualify because he has to serve a quali ban. Potty knows all about that. Okay, so we are going to go here. See what tires everybody is going to be on. Saad on pole, starting on the softs. BK, Great Ape, and Kool-Aid Man on the mediums all the way to 4th. Red Arrow electing on the hards in P5. His teammate behind on the medium compounds. Giza P7 on the soft. Seanboy and Gru on the mediums. Witch A rounding out the top 10 on the softs. Entree and Kane on the mediums. Zip on the softs. Red Mask on the hards. Black Hammer and Denny on the softs. ASAP Loggy, Gustavo, and Eric on the mediums. And rounding out the field on the softs is Easy 10. Saad is looking to get away from the pack early as Easy 10 spins it. Coming out of Sector 1. But Easy 10's also going to be looking to kind of make up positions. He's got medium compound runners in front of him. Maybe potentially get up in the P14 with Red Mask. Yes, it's a very good tire warming strat, for sure. Oh, no. Don't invite Black Hammer back just yet. We can't invite him back. Do not do it. Do not do it. Otherwise, the lobby may or may not crash on formation lap, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get him in before the race start. When the race gets underway here. But I think we figured out where and how and why the formation lap glitch is in place. So. All right. The Williams of Sod and the Red Bull of BK going into their grid boxes, and then everybody else behind as well. BK was disqualified. Whoa, BK was disqualified. He's going to have a distinct disadvantage behind him. Eric and EZ10 coming up now. EZ10 disqualified from the session as well for missing his block. Okay, so here we go. 1 light, 2 light, 3, 4, 5. And away we go here in Austin, Texas. Sod gets a great start. BK actually gets a pretty good start himself. Going through turn 1 here, BK's on the inside of Sod in a 1. He's going to make contact with the Williams. The Williams is going to stay ahead. We have a little bit of calamity and chaos as far as position changes are in the back, so we're going to go on board, stay with it for a minute if we can. Going through Sector 1 here. Everyone's keeping it nice and tidy for the most part. Couple off track here, a couple off track there, but that's alright. As long as they're all pointed in the correct direction, there's nothing wrong with it. Black Hammer's up 3 positions. Again, that might be his AI. So with that, we have a Mercedes in the back. That is Gru. Electric Entree also off the back a little bit. Looks like Eric, ASAP Loggy lost a couple of spots there. Oh my! Eric losing the back end, but Gustavo keeping it away from him. Great defensive, well, positional awareness, I should say, on track by these guys in the back end of the pack. Going through here a little bit, we got Kane battling up with Giza for the back end of the fridge points. Red Arrow right now is the biggest loser out of all that group. Goes on the inside, he cuts the corner a little bit, so that's definitely a track warning. Good grief. Sean Boy up to 7th, Red Arrow to 8th, Witchy and Kool-Aid Man fighting for P4. For the man on debut in the Mercedes, that's honestly not such a bad thing, letting guys go by him just to try to get familiar with everybody and how they drive. But he's going to fight for the P5. He's going to try to hold off JC as long as he can. And with that being said, let's see if I can get Mr. Black Hammer into the lobby now. Okay. Oh, Eric gets 10 seconds for track limits. I didn't catch that. Red Mask and Entree are also into the pits. So I didn't miss too much there, but I missed enough. Black Hammer is in, so that's perfect. Glad I was able to get him in, and we didn't freeze the lobby. BK is already down 2 seconds to Sod in front of him. Good grief, he's got grade 8 for company. Witch is also hanging tight in there at P4. Looks like we're going to have a DRS train forming from 4th all the way back to, looks like 10th place currently. As the front 2 are just kind of running away. Well, the front 3 are running away, really. We'll see what happens between now and then. Then being the end of the race. If there's any safety cars in play or whatever have you. As we complete lap 2, Sod in the lead. BK in P2, Grade 8 3rd, Witj 4th, Kool-Aid Man 5th, JC in the 6th, Sean Boy 7th, Red Arrow 8th, Giza 9, Kane rounding out the top 10 as DRS is enabled. In the fabled Deathstorm position, we have Black Hammer P11. Chris Zip gets 10 seconds for corner cutting. Good grief, as Chris Zip was 12th, so he's going to drop down like a log. Gustavo inherits 12th. Denny 13. That was a lag and a half. Black Hammer gets 3 seconds for corner cutting. Easy 10 P14. Kane has left the session. Unfortunately for him, I can't get him in. I don't have him. Groove 15, ASAP Loggy 16, Eric 17th, Chris Zip out in 18th. He's going to be out in 19th, actually, after everything is said and done. Red Mask is going to get to him. So, Red Mask 18th. Chris Zip in 19th. Electric Entree in 20th. Let's see if I could get Kane in here now. I don't like doing this. It just breaks up the stream. There we go. Okay, so hopefully Kane's into his car relatively shortly, so that'll alleviate that. Right now we have an interesting battle. I did miss Grade A passing BK for second. Nice little drive by the Alpine in the early stages. Let's see if he's going to try and track down Sod. As it's 1.7, BK is going to have DRS coming into turn 1. But he's not going to go for the overtake. He's going to sit behind and almost make contact with the Alpine there for P2. Hood Kool-Aid Man back up into the starting position to P4. Through the early stages, very decent start, good race tactic. Kane, I already had sent you an invite. Let me double check now just to be safe because you never know. Okay, there we go. Hey, baseball kid, what's up? And Cam, yeah, if there's a safety car, I'll pop you in. I understand that, but I'm also not going to take half the screen up for the time being with the tire graphics, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. Potty, I'm on the comms account. I'm not on my personal Deathstorm account, just so you're aware, so that's not going to do anybody any good. I have Kane requested already through here, though, so we should be alright. Great Ape has held he's held station at 1.7, 1.9, so he's still within the 2 seconds. Yeah, Kane, you should have an invite from the Comms account, not my personal Deathstorm account, because that's the one I'm on currently. Kool-Aid's still sitting there in a chill P4. Nobody has had the entrance into the AM3 Discord, as we actually had a safety car, so we are now gonna make sure that Kane is in. Kane. Okay. Give me 2 seconds, boys, as we have a safety car. So I'm going to try and do this real quick. So just bear with me. Okay. Alright, Cam. Everything should be set. Now I'll pull the tire graphic up and see what we got. The soft compound runners should be coming in. That's going to be Sod as he's on control as... Oh, Great Ape on drive-through kind of wrecking what momentum he had. Are you into the lobby, kind sir?
I am not, but I'm working on that. But I see your counterpart decided to abandon you again.
My counterpart,
He's probably working. He's probably
yeah,
working.
my counterpart is definitely working.
Yep.
Sod just bolted onto the medium compound tires. I'm pretty sure everybody that's on the soft compound tires at this moment in time is going to bolt onto the hards. Copy and paste from EU4 this afternoon, safety car lap 5. And oh my gosh, Black Hammer is being held up by both or Alfa Romeos. That was absolutely tragic.
This isn't a copy and paste, but for the AM2 race last week, there was a couple guys in the chat taking like guesses on when the first what lap the first penalty would come, and I think it was either AJ or Ricky, but they ended up getting it spot on lap 16 or something like that.
I mean, I was still in the lobby for a little while afterward because I didn't want to lag everybody out after being crashed on lap 3. So I was like, ugh. Yeah,
Right.
because I didn't want to do that to everybody, so I just stayed in, and then whatever happened. Kane has left the session again. Oh my goodness. Kane
How
add
lovely.
Kane Kane add Cam Tizzle EA account and try to get him in back then because I'm breaking up this stream really badly with the invites in and out in and out.
Capital C, capital T,
Capital
Cam
Z.
Fizzle.
Mr. Cam Tizzle. So, Mr. Cam Tizzle, well I got you.
Yeah.
Um safe penalty bingo tonight for the AM3 boys?
Hmm?
No, I'm asking you, do you think we're going to have penalty bingo? We already have 6.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Well, if we got 6, I guess so. I guess we're gonna have some bingo action.
Um
People are gonna be getting hit with some draw 3-second cards.
Well, Great Ape has a drive-through, so that's a big one, and that's unfortunately from the lead.
You know, the most brutal track to get a drive-through at.
All right, Kane, do me a favor. Add Cam Tizzle on EA. Capital CAM, capital TIZZLE. Self-explanatory on that one. Just a capital C, capital T, and don't apologize. It
Alright,
happens. It happens, dude.
I'll just type it again in the chat form.
Gotcha. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
go partner. I'll do this. No.
Woohoo! Um, so a safety car topic. We're gonna go off the walls a little, off the rails a little bit. I did my PGA rounder at Sawgrass today, and I finished 21 under. And I know that's not going to be good enough for top 5, and I'm very upset about it.
21 under.
The leader's 41 under.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
not happy. I could have easily, and I mean easily, if I just made putts, would have been around 30, 35.
Just hope I can at least get somewhat close to you. I don't care if I beat you. I just need to be I just need to be under. That's all I care about. After last week's.
I thought +1 was bad. It turned out to be 5th. I was very happy about that. Oh, jeez.
Interested to see how you do in the golf.
Potty and yeah, Potty and BK as well. Very interested. No, I will not calm down. That ball should have went in its home.
So, how did he get that? Did he just speeding under safety car? I imagine.
Yeah, speed. Yeah, he got the drive-through by speeding under safety car.
Nice, Great Ape, nice.
Right now it's kind of funny and ironic. Look who's in the Death Storm position.
You know who's in the Death Storm position for overall rankings in AM1?
You.
Me. Me.
I love how we have a Death Storm position and we all know the inside joke. We all know what it is. EU
Let's
guys
see.
like Maddie this afternoon for EU4 when I said it. He was like, "What?" It's an inside joke with the AM boys.
I wouldn't be there if I didn't get wrecked.
Kool-Aid Man, I would suggest getting out of AI. Just throwing that out there. But
How do
we're
you know
doing
you're leaving?
okay. How do I know? Because
Mm-hmm.
he typed in the chat and he's currently racing.
Yeah.
Um, watch AM2. Potty, it won't happen tomorrow because I will not qualify in that position. Thank you very much.
Savage GT, you want what explained? Do you want what the Death Storm position is?
Yes.
If you want to know what it is, if that's what you're meaning, basically, if you're in P11,
No, wait. Gotta do the whole backstory to this. Hold up.
you,
For the longest
yes,
time in season 10, for I believe it was 6 straight weeks in season 10, I either qualified and or finished P11 every single race.
Death Storm, before the safety card goes again, can you shoot him another invite? Because I have not received a friend request yet from Kanan.
Uh,
He's asking, but I don't know if it just
alright.
doesn't show up for me mid race or something. But
It might not. It might not. All right, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second here. Kane, you got going now. You should have it now. Safety car is in this lap.
oh, and to add
Oh
insult to
wait,
injury, Death Storm, did you drive the number 11 car in NASCAR?
the first season in NASCAR. Yes, I did. The Denny
Mm-hmm.
Hamlin car. Not only
Hey,
that,
Kane's back.
I was in Sergio Perez's car last 2 seasons in Red Bull,
Mm.
which is the number 11.
And Great is off.
And Great Ape coming around. He is off now. BK is all over the rear end of Great Ape. The thing is, I know BK is not going to apply a lot of pressure given that Great Ape has to serve that drive-through. Kool-Aid Man is going to be up in the P2, provisionally. Yeah, I know I need to remove one number there, and I know I need to be where I'm supposed to be, but I'm not.
There's a huge gap between Goose and Red Mask already.
Gustav, wow, 1.6 already, jeez, and that's going to climb very quickly.
Yeah, the rest of the field behind them too kind of have some gaps as well. Some also had some guys with some issues, and it looks like
Eric is off sector
Giza
2.
has an issue. He
Geese
doesn't
is
have a wing or
off.
something. Oh,
I
he does
can't
have a
get.
wing. I don't know why he's going so slow.
He might have got clipped off the track. BK has also already overtaken. Oh my god! I don't know who that was, but somebody's off. Potentially. Oh, okay, no, they saved it. I just
Kane
saw
overtook Sod.
Denny has retired. Oh, good grief. Black Hammer and Denny got into it.
Oh my goodness! In the middle of the straightaway.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was a defensive move gone wrong. Uh,
Probably.
Unfortunately, it just cost Denny. I'm currently in the Max Verstappen car for AM2, but yeah, I'm just not acting like Max Verstappen right now. I'm more acting like Alex Albon.
Black Hammer is very unlucky to not get a safety car there, but it's good for Grade 8 because that means he doesn't have to wait longer.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have to wait longer. And honestly, if a safety car comes after this now, it brings him right back into play. So this will actually play into his hands more likely than not. As BK is off to the races in the lead, he's only 1 second ahead of Kool-Aid Man. Sean Boy rounding out the podium positions, P3. Aston Martin in 4th and 5th with Red Arrow and JC. Black Hammer has retired in the pits, calling it quits after 9 laps complete. So he lost 2 out of the 20. And Black Hammer left the session. Unfortunate for him. I know you got caught up in that issue with Denny. So I'm expecting not fireworks to go off into the Discord, but an explanation for sure.
Very unfortunate
As Red
for the
Arrow.
Tizzle Driver Academy.
As Red Arrow going through and getting up into P3 for Sean Boy, and Red Arrow is proving the Deathstorm Driving Academy actually has some decent drivers. We have a yellow in Sector 2. It looks like it's Great Ape, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Yeah, Great Ape was off
Oh,
at
and
the
there
end of
goes
Sector 2.
JC. JC is a triple right-hander.
Oh no, JC's off. JC, oh my goodness, behind Ferrari's all
All those
over as well.
cars.
Jeez,
Thank goodness.
unbelievable.
Thank goodness nobody was holding the apexes so tight.
Yeah, I know. That would have
Because
been
you can do
bad.
that. You can definitely hold tight on that, and yeah, that would have been a plane crash.
A plane crash.
Yep.
It would have been a
And it looks
train
like
wreck, a car crash. Why don't you take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else type of deal? I had a
yeah, it would have
bunch
been
of
like a SpongeBob type explosion.
I had a I had a bunch of kid-friendly Texas references earlier this afternoon.
Hmm. I wonder if they're just dad jokes.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. As Sean Boy is all over. Well, Sod's all over Sean Boy. The safety car's
So,
out, and that bails Great Ape completely out.
I think it was because of him.
Oh,
Because he
Great
was
Ape
on
doesn't have
pole.
a wing. He doesn't have a wing. He must have spun it at the end of Sector 1. So that bails him completely out. Eric also gets bailed out by that. He's going to be able to catch up to the back of the pack. So as it sits right now, BK is in the lead. Kool-Aid Man's in P2. Again, just keeping out of trouble. He's doing very well for himself,
Is he in
being new.
reserve?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, I haven't seen him up here before, and he's on the top in a podium position. So that's good for him.
Yeah, he started P4 by the way as well, so he is doing really well for himself so far. Red Arrow, Kane retired also, and Kane left. I don't know if that was. Ooh.
I think he just retired. Oh, he might have. Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there, to be honest.
I don't know either. So we'll just unfortunately we'll go by that in a minute. Gustavo stays out. Gru stays out. ASAP Loggy's going to stay out. So your top three has now switched over. BK drops to fourth. Kool-Aid Man fifth. Red Arrow sixth. So everybody now is going to be, looks like is going to be on the, BK's on the hards. Kool-Aid Man's on the hards. Red Arrow on the mediums. Sod on the mediums. Sean Boy on the hards. Witche. Eric gets 3 seconds. Witche and Red Mask on the mediums. Giza on the hards. Easy 10, I think that's the hard compound tire. Yeah, it is.
It's kind of interesting to me that the guys on this hard stayed out. I mean, I know they're just trying to get track position, but unless there's like, I don't know, a lot of calamity at the back, I don't know how much they're going to gain out of this because they're still going to have to pit. Well, actually, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Never mind. I forgot. They
Yeah,
had 6 lap cards. Never mind.
yeah,
could
they
do this,
started. They started on the soft compound tires, so they actually
crap.
they could actually go potentially to the end if they know how to conserve tires. But
My mistake.
you're good. Gustavo and ASAP Loggy are in uncharted territory because in between them is a tired God King. So if there's anybody out of those three that can do it, it's Gru. So I'll be interested to see what he does. Gustavo in unfamiliar territory for him, but still very good so far as we are just approaching a shade under halfway. Finds himself into the lead. ASAP Loggy also into the podium positions as well, but he's got BK and Kool-Aid Man and Red Arrow for company, along with Sod, Sean Boy, and the rest of the group. So it's going to be a task for that Alfa Romeo.
I think Sod and Red Arrow are actually probably on the better tire for the rest of this race because the mediums will only really fall off at the very end, like the final couple laps, because they can definitely do like I don't know, 15 or so laps, like with good pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got an answer from Kane. He quit. He clicked quit to main menu, and it retired him on track. I mean, EA.
He was trying to back out and then get back in. That's what it sounds like to me with his connection. He was just trying to like reload the game or something.
That would be my guess. Especially with how spotty his internet connection was up to that point. Makes sense.
Alright, just trying everything to make it work.
So a little bit of
Very
lull in the
unfortunate,
action.
Kane.
Yeah, a little bit of lull in the action there. That's a kind of what we figured. Once we, yeah, I'd be throwing my controller out a window if that was the case. Because that is just not cool. EA strikes again. So you saw.
If you want to have fun with the Kane though and lighten the load, you can just you can message BK and tell him to get better Canadian internet.
Also, we need to get Canadian bacon. Give us Canadian bacon, BK.
Something to do with Canada.
So, the one group chat you and I are in, Cam, you saw my fantasy football team for this coming season in one of my other leagues.
I have not. Did you recently post it, like today?
Yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Okay, I wasn't on too much yesterday, but I can check it eventually. So, who are your two best players you think at the moment?
Oh, I drafted Austin Eichler third, and I have Josh Allen.
I know who Josh Allen is. I don't know who the other dude is.
Austin Eichler is the running back to the Los Angeles Chargers.
Gotcha. I'm pretty football illiterate. So I draft off projections. And the one year I did that, I had an offensive and defensive league. One, the defensive league had Aaron Donald and Chandler Jones, and then the offensive league I had like Dak Prescott, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, Ezekiel Elliott. I had a stacked team.
Ezekiel Elliott when he was in his prime, as the safety car is actually in. So we are now lap 14. Gustavo sends us off. Gru is going to look for a move into one already.
Oh,
oh my god, Calamity there knocks Gru into the lead.
And there goes Saad.
No! Sod off. Oh my goodness. Sod goes, oh, Eric. Avoiding action there. Wow.
Oh, there's Mercedes going really slow through the S's. That's Kool-Aid Man.
That's Kool-Aid Man. No. Oh, Calamity on the restart. Out of the midst of all that, BK launched Gru into the lead, and then the Calamity ensued for a sector. Let's see if it settles right back down. We have Gru in the lead. Gustavo P2. BK is looking all over the back of the AlphaTauri. He's going to make the move into the heavy braking zone at the end of Sector 2.
Kool-Aid Man and ASAP Log, they were going at it, but there's another car that just snuck in there.
Nice little overtake by Kool-Aid Man going back. Great Ape gets 3 seconds. ASAP Loggy's still in P6. He's got Witjay for company. Oh, forces Witjay off track a little bit. They make contact. Oh, Witjay's all over the rear end. Sean Boy behind. Oh, over Red Mask here. This is interesting. Both Ferrari now are back together. Sean Boy had a very tough exit. He let Giza go by him as well. He's got easy 10 for company on the fringe points. Both Ferraris are going to be looking potentially on ASAP Loggy going in the 1. We're going to find out very soon what's going to happen here. With Jay thinking about it, going to make the move into 1. Red Mask forces the issue behind. Oh, forces the issue, makes contact with ASAP Loggy. That's going to be ASAP Loggy tumbling down the order a little bit. He tumbles into 9th. Red Mask gets 3 seconds as well for his trouble, so that Ferrari, I don't know if he's got damage from that. I don't think so. No, he's clean for now as far as damage is concerned.
A little push the pass action.
Yeah, that definitely resembled Dale Earnhardt at Bristol.
Sean Boy, though, he's struggling to really get through some of these cars in front of him. He's got ASAP Loggy holding him up a bit. We got a little bit of Calamity. Looks like Red Mask got around. Red Mask was around the hairpin.
Yeah, Red Mask went around and he extended track limits, so he got the 3-second time penalty in the S section.
Oh, and then,
Uh,
there's a Haas that sends a move down the. Oh my gosh!
Great Ape. Oh
Electric
my gosh,
Entree sent the
Entree.
ascent of a century on like 3 cars, and that was quite ugly.
I'm glad you caught it because I missed it. We have Chris Zip also. Oh my god, both AlphaTauris and JC battling for P11. JC is in the middle of the AlphaTauri sandwich, so he's looking to get past Gustavo, who's struggling on those tires. Out of all that,
Oh, and Great Ape gets forced off at the penultimate corner.
I mean, he's back into the points, so Great Ape is doing okay. JC getting time penalty. Oh my god, what the heck happened out of the turn 20? Looked like Saad got collected in that. Chris Zip got collected. Might have been JC that forced the issue and kind of pushed everything to the inside. I'm not 100% sure because I missed some of it.
It's like everybody's racing like it's the final lap right now.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. Boys, you have 13 laps. A lot can happen in 13 laps,
man.
as we've already figured out. A lot can actually happen in one lap, apparently.
Yeah, that last lap was completely action-filled. There was so much going on. I didn't even know where to go.
Absolutely.
I did save a clip, though, of what happened at that hairpin down
Nice.
the long straight.
I'm sure I'll be seeing it in the Discord chat as Kool-Aid Man goes on the inside of Red Arrow for P3. So we have a double podium. Oh, Gustavo 10 seconds for corner cutting. I don't know what happened there. Right now, both Mercedes are into the podium right now.
JC and Red Mask through the hairpin. Looks like Red Mask ran a little wide. JC gets through.
JC gets through. Red Mask into P12. He's got Saad and Chris Zip for company now. And that's going to be a battle.
2 spots.
Yeah, Gru, yeah, Kool-Aid Man flips him into P2. Red Arrow goes and follows suit. Gru is going to sit behind. He's going to get DRS, so maybe that was a strategic play by the Mercedes. Knowing that Red Arrow has the penalty in front of him, Red Arrow is going to look on the inside of Kool-Aid Man into turn 1. They make contact a little bit, but they keep it. Kool-Aid Man retains P2 for the time being, and the more that goes on, BK is going to start running away, but also it's going to bring Gru back into play with his teammate being for the night. It's going to promote him up into P3 as it sits after everything is said and done.
There's some great straight line speed from the Mercedes, though, to hold Red Arrow off.
Yeah, both of them actually have it. Gustavo retires in the pits, so that's going to be his night over. Unfortunate for him, he got caught up in a couple of calamity, bedlam, and chaos incidents. We have a Haas around in sector 1. It's Electric Entree. He's been struggling all night as well.
Kool-Aid Man actually let Red Arrow go by way before the hairpin and use that DRS to get by him. I'll see it.
Interesting.
So I wonder if he's just trying to
Great
do
Ape.
everything.
Great Ape with a double over. Oh, Great Ape with a potential double overtake. Almost got the job done.
Goose retired in turn 1.
He retired in the pits. Don't forget, it sends you off into that. For some reason, EA has that problem where it just sends you off into turn 1.
Yeah, I thought he just straight up bend it.
No. Great Ape fighting with Giza and Easy 10 for P7. These three are battling tooth and nail here. Giza gets through on Easy 10. Great Ape on the outside holding it, but he's not going to have the traction out of the corner. Giza holds on to P7 for now. Easy 10 8th. Great Ape 9th. JC 10th. We got a nice little train back there, it looks like, potentially forming between Giza all the way back to Chris Zip is what it looks like, potentially.
About to go side by side through the S's, and Great Ape's gonna hang back.
Yeah, that's the smart
He's
play.
all over the back, Easy 10. He's almost pushing him through certain parts of the turn.
Very, very... Ooh, Easy 10. Got to watch that track limit there because that's a very easy corner to do it. Easy 10 almost loses it coming up the hill. And then into the DRS detection point. Great Ape makes the move into the corner. I believe he's also going to have DRS as well. Yes, he does. So Easy 10's going to be... Woo! AlphaTauri in the back there, a little off. a little wide. JC's also going to have the overtake done on easy 10 going into the hairpin. Well, not the hairpin, but the acute 90-degree angle turn. That's easy 10 losing 2 positions in 1 straightaway all the way down to P10. He's got ASAP Loggy for company very shortly, potentially, who's almost 2 seconds adrift of that.
Shouldn't be too long till Widget.
Oh no, Gru gets 3 seconds. That's putting Widget right back into play for the podium position.
Yeah, and I expect Widget probably here soon to probably catch up to Gru, and probably in fact.
Tell you what though, Kool-Aid Man up there, he's been hanging around the front all race long. He's stayed out of trouble more importantly than anything. And he's doing very, very well for himself. I'm not sure where... I think he actually is from the NASCAR side.
Interesting. Well, Kool-Aid Man also has 2 track limit warnings, so that could easily go away.
Well, with the 2 penalties behind, it's basically going to be like fair game at that point if that happens. So let's hope for his sake it doesn't happen. Yeah, let's hope for his sake it doesn't happen. Widget is obviously hoping for a mistake. Sean Boy also. Giza, Great Ape is up into P8, so that's a very good recovery drive after the drive-through and the spins and all the SpongeBob SquarePants antics.
And BK also does not have any warnings at all. So BK is sitting pretty.
I thought he was from NASCAR, Texas. I could be wrong. Maybe as a reserve. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, he's doing very well. Glad to see it in AM3 here tonight. And, oh, by the way, just because I said SpongeBob antics, I'm Dirty Dan. Ooh, Giza almost out of 20. Tank slapper. He's got JC all over the back of him now, potentially going up the hill. No, he's a little too far back. So, oh, good God, no, we are not going to do the audio glitch. Thank you.
I'd say one of my favorite SpongeBob references is Living Like Larry.
Oh, jeez.
My grandpa's name is Larry, so I say that to him all the time.
Giza, 3 seconds. Great Ape, another 3 seconds. Oh, jeez, that's going to ruin his potential comeback drive. He's up in the P7 currently. We are in lap 20, so let's take a look, actually. Red Arrow Gru have 3 seconds. Great Ape has 6. Giza has 3. JC has 3. Zip has... Red Mask is out. Oh, and...
Pit lane. Is that pit lane? That's pit lane.
It is pit lane. It is pit lane. So Red Mask is out. Chris, Zip, and Eric both with 13. So with that being said, there's your penalty summary for the time being. Luckily, that didn't bring out a safety car for the rest of the boys. ASAP Loggy now adds to that with 3 seconds. Electric Entree with 3 seconds. And now they're starting to tumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 5 away from penalty bingo here, boys.
Seconds, a little squirrely.
And Red Mask's car. Sod with another 3 seconds.
Dude, almost how many people? 1, 2, 3, 5. There are 5 people who don't have penalties.
Yep.
That is ridiculous. I probably just got another.
Tell you what, this battle for P2 on track is still being hotly contested between Kool-Aid Man and Red Arrow. That Aston Martin still looks good, even with the penalty applied. He's still looking good for a podium right now. Red Arrow proving why he deserves to be where he is. As far as Kool-Aid Man runs wide and Red Arrow goes through.
No, Kool-Aid Man's been doing this whole entire time. He's just been letting him go before the DRS detection zone, and then he'll just blow by him on the straight.
I don't know if.
See? There he goes.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
He gets a lot of distance, so like I said, his car definitely is a rocket in the straight line because Red Arrow ain't getting the same kind of performance with DRS as Kool-Aid Man. So all Kool-Aid Man really has to do leading up to the end of the race is, well, I mean, okay, I guess Red Arrow has a penalty, but if he didn't have a penalty, that's probably what he'd just be doing. Just be
Yeah, but
playing
still,
that.
if they're working together, if they could be working together and do that and pull away from Grew, it'll secure them for the podium. So I mean, I could see that. I could see the thought process. Eric, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. I'm wondering if he's going to call it quits. Doesn't look like it. Yes, he does. Okay, never mind. Disregard. And we are down to 14 as we approach 7 laps to go here in Austin, Texas. Again, BK is out in front, 2.5 seconds lead over Kool-Aid Man. Red Arrow's close behind him. 4.5 seconds away is the Mercedes of Gru, who is making those hard compound tires work. How am I shocked? I shouldn't be, but I am. He did this in La Castellet last season for a win.
I don't think Kool-Aid Man can keep doing this, honestly. It's kind of dangerous. See, Red Arrow just, well, he had to slow down too, but he knows what he's doing now at this point. Yeah, we don't need guys pioneer us chicken in the middle of the straightaway like that.
No. Ooh, Kool-Aid Man, Red Arrow. No, Kool-Aid Man's going to hold off on it for now. If he wants the chance to catch BK, he's going to want to get away from Red Arrow if he can. That's going to be the...
I don't think he needs to be doing any of this anyways. Like, he really could just push forward, and I think he'd be able to be fine. It doesn't look like Red Arrow's been trying to send too many moves on Kool-Aid Man.
No, but Kool-Aid Man has one glaring problem that Red Arrow does not. ERS.
I mean, look at that right now. I mean, he's still not really gaining like Red Arrow. All he has to do is just keep driving and not worry about Red Arrow, and he might be able to catch up there if he's got the pace for it. But he's spent too much time slowing down for Red Arrow at the protection zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, again, now BK is up over 3 seconds lead, so we got that for him. I just realized something, Cam. If the podium stays like this, we could potentially get interviews tonight.
We do podiums anyways. We got interviews anyways.
Well, BK can go onto his phone for the interview for PSN. Kool-Aid and Red Arrow have PlayStation logos. Wink, wink, hint, hint, nod, nod.
But I think for AM2, I think I convinced like at least a couple of the AM2 PC drivers to download the PlayStation app.
Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, speaking of AM2, please, for the love of God, stay on the results screen for a little bit because we had to piece together the AM2 results after the penalties, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, I get you.
So, yeah. Word of advice from me to you, please do that.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to do it myself at the end of the race, so I have to go to like the AM1 stream view. And it looks like Wet Jake gets a little squirrely out of the final corner. That's going to allow Sean Boy to get by.
Sean Boy gets around him. Great Ape looks like... Great Ape is going to look like he's going to get around him in turn number 1. No, and Wood J holds on to it for now. Oh, Great Ape almost loses the back end. He's going to stay in P7 for now. JC is starting to close in because of the air. He's maybe bringing Sod with him, but Giza's also there too, so that's the battle for the fringe points. Great Ape, JC, Sod, and Giza. Easy 10s. Almost 5 seconds adrift of this. We would need a safety for everybody else. We would need a safety car right now to bring everybody back in play, but I don't see it happening at lap 24. Especially with the field spread. Especially with the field spread the way it is.
Woodchase still has plenty of battery compared to Sean Boy.
Yeah, which Chris Zip gets 3 seconds again, so that's going to be Great
Great
Ape on
Apes
the
inside circuit.
inside. Great Ape on the inside of Witch makes the move stick, and the Alpine's up in the sixth. That might be a fruitless battle for him, unfortunately, because of the penalties, but he's got to try it. 5 laps
Which
to go. He's got to try it.
yeah, which Jay definitely needed to hold the inside line there. It looked like Great Ape's been trying to make moves. He saw it. He saw it at turn one of last lap, so he should have probably expected something to happen there.
Yeah, I definitely would have if I saw that move happening and had my car placed. Sean Boy may be in trouble, but he's got 21% battery to work with, so he may hold off at least for now going into turn one, and he does. So the Red Bull's going to stay in fifth. JC and Sod battling it out for P8. Sod gets through. Ooh, Sod almost loses it out in the corner, and JC gets back through, and these two are going to fight into the S section. I don't know if it's necessarily good. Sod does make the overtake stick. I don't know if that was off track or not. It doesn't look like it. He's not going to cede the position. So, fair play to both of those gentlemen for keeping it clean. Unlike
Would Jay's not
anybody.
gonna have DRS.
Oh, Witch is going to fall away. Oh, no. He's going to fall into the clutches of Sod very, very soon. This ain't gonna be fun. A little bit of a development as the I think I understand the game that they played.
Who?
Red Arrow and Kool-Aid Man are within 2 seconds,
Interesting.
and that is of the lead. So I
Friends or
think
something?
I don't know, to be fully honest, but if with honestly decent tactic, working together, not fighting each other, just kind of trading DRS. It's working. We have 3 laps to go, and 2 seconds is the gap. It is a potential.
We might not have this big of a field spread if guys didn't be so aggressive at that safety car restart.
Oh, good grief!
And just do what Red Arrow and Kool-Aid Man did. I almost swore.
Oh, I would have been like Curse Jarvis for you. I already have one for Warren. He owes me like $40 from last season alone. Gru sitting up there in P4. Grade 8 back up into P5. He's going to have to try to get away from Sean Boy, as I'm not sure if he has 3 or 6. He has got 6 seconds, so he's going to drop all the way back down into, looks like P8, potentially P9 actually. Eek. Grade 8's got to get a move on the last 3 laps. If he doesn't, he may be in danger of fringe points.
I wonder if Red Arrow and Kool-Aid Man were just that much faster, or if BK just kind of letting off, knowing he doesn't really have to do too much now.
Well, I'm gonna kind of put an end to that thought. I think they were definitely working together. BK's draining battery because the last time I was featuring him, he had 70%. He's only got 33 now. So BK's pushing a little bit. Red Arrow's got a little less, of course. I'm not surprised. And Kool-Aid Man has even less than that. As we have a yellow in Sector 3, it's the Williams of Sod, and he's going to have to get it together real quick, hopefully. Oh, easy 10. Almost making contact with his teammate. That could have been catastrophic for the Williams boys. 1.6 seconds is the gap to the lead, but Red Arrow may not have enough time. I don't think they put that together
Sod's pitting on the final lap.
He's retiring.
He could have just stuck out this last lap. For all he knows, there might be a car that has an incident or something on the final lap, and could have given him at least 1 point or 2.
Yeah, it would have been 2 because, yeah, fastest lap. Oh boy, oh boy.
Because I was looking at the standings, Sod on the standings. He's going to lose that today, and it's going to be
BK and Sean Boy,
Red Arrow, and then Sean Boy. Actually, Sean Boy will probably hold on to P2 in the standings, and then I'll put Red Arrow just a little bit closer to him. So it'll be BK BK Sean Boy Red Arrow, and then
Sod.
Sod. Yeah.
We'll see. BK has one more left to go. Giza and Witche battling for P8 now. Excuse me. The Haas and the Ferrari battling for fringe points. Easy 10 after all his trials and tribulations has found his way back into the points. I mean, he is P10, but it is a world championship point. And we are now on the final lap. BK, Red Arrow, and Kool-Aid Man going through turn 1. Now the gloves may come off. I don't think they're going to... I think they now realize that BK is just a little too far ahead. As... Oh, no! Kool-Aid Man. Now the gloves are going to be off between these three. Or these two. Red Arrow and Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man getting the penalty, but he did just enough. He's going to hold on to the podium at worst. It could be P2 for him. We shall see going through. And he's going to have DRS. BK is swerving all over the track. I think he might know he's got it.
Can't be too cocky though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too cocky if I were him. Red Arrow is all over the back. Actually, I would be. I mean, both of them have penalties.
Oh my
god! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Red Arrow and Kool-Aid Man.
Gonna send it? Is he gonna send it? I don't know if he's not gonna have the distance.
He's not gonna send it. No, BK is backing up on purpose, I think, because he knows he's got the penalties in hand. So BK is gonna come around and win it. As long as he keeps it together, man. They're gonna keep it together. This is gonna be great. Battling for P2. They
keep pushing it forward.
Kool-Aid Man not gonna be able to make the move stick. Red Arrow is going to hold on for P2 as BK wins. Red Arrow, Kool-Aid Man gets P2 via penalties. Red Arrow gets onto the podium in P3. Gru finishes P4. Great Ape, as it sits now, actually will be demoted to 6th. Sean Boy P5, Great Ape in 6th, JC 7th, Giza in 8th, Easy 10, and Witche will be rounding out the points here tonight, 9th and 10th. Oh my goodness, that was a little craziness at the end there and in the middle after the safety car restart. But the story, honestly, Kool-Aid Man on debut getting a podium. Sean Boy retired. It looked like he retired on the last corner.
It looks like in Black Hammer's view why Denny ended up crashing. On Black Hammer's point of view, it looks to me that ASAP Loggy brake checked Black Hammer in the middle of straightaway, which caused him to swerve around him and then clip Danny in the process.
Oh no. Easy 10 gets driver of the day. Not surprising given the ups and downs of everybody there tonight. Once the podium... Come on. Alright, so there's your podium. BK winning. Kool-Aid Man P2. Red Arrow P3. Very nice drive from our podium. And again, the debutante onto the podium. Reserving an AM3. Great job by the Mercedes. Getting solid points for Mercedes, by the way, as well. But here's your final results. BK finishing off the win. Kool-Aid Man P2 from the second row. Red Arrow P3. Gru P4, making those hard tires last to the end once again, so not surprised. Grade 8 P5. JC P6. Giza 7th. Easy 10 8th. Witche 9th. ASAP Loggy 10th. Sod did steal the fastest lap on the final lap, but he does not get the extra championship point because he finishes in the Deathstorm position. Chris Zip P12, Electric Entree 13th, Sean Boy 14th, Eric 15th, Red Mask 16th, Gustavo 17th, Kane 18th, Black Hammer 19th, Denny rounding out the field. Jeez. That was a little bit insanity at the end there, honestly, between the fringe podium.
Right, for sure. See if I can
BK,
get Red Arrow in here.
Red Arrow, BK, and potentially Kool-Aid Man as well. I should say Hood Kool-Aid Man, because if we're going to do that...
Are you adding Kool-Aid Man to the party right now, or do I need to do it?
Could you do that for me, please? It's capital HOOD underscore KOOLAIDMAN5.
Is there any caps?
The H, that's it.
KOOL.
AID.
Yeah, Aid Man. Okay.
Man 5.
Man 5.
We do have red arrows, so
Yeah.
let's see if we can get Mr. BK.
I cannot add him because of his settings he has.
It doesn't have any friends on there, so unfortunately I
Yes.
can't get the debutante into the podium room. While you get BK, Mr. Cam, I will start with our our third place finisher, Mr. Red Arrow. Mr. Red Arrow, yet again finding your way onto the podium. Congratulations, sir. Kool-Aid Man, try to add Cam Tizzle if you want to do a podium interview. I'm going to be here for a minute. Add Cam Tizzle. It's capital C, capital T. But yeah, Red Arrow, definitely an exciting race on your end. You were fighting with Kool-Aid Man for the podium. I do have a question. That little DRS trading back and forth, was that intentional in trying to catch BK? Because I know you had the penalty.
To actually pull away a little bit. So
Well, playing DRS train. Apparently, your audio wasn't included for the that little spiel. But yeah, summing it up, Potty, he was just trying to get away from the teammate Gru behind, and best case scenario, almost catching BK, by the way. So it almost worked out twofold for you.
Quick thing, Red Arrow, if you go to your party, go to party audio settings, and then where it says allow your voice to be shared, you just say always allow.
So while you try to fix that, Kool-Aid Man on debut, P2. Started on the second row on the grid. Congratulations, kind sir. You had a little bit of a fight with Red Arrow later on in the race. Tell me a little bit about it from your perspective. He just gave Red Arrow just gave us his perspective, but I want to hear from your end. What was your game plan?
Well, to be honest, from my end, it was more of a try to catch BK. Like, as Cam pointed out, towards the first DRS zone, I would move out the way, let Red Arrow go, and then get behind him and launch. I didn't expect for his medium tires to hold out that long, honestly. If I knew he was going to start catching BK like he did, I would have let him go by sooner.
But yeah. Congratulations on the P2. And I have Echo.
You do? My bad.
No, you're good, man. Cam, you have any questions for our debutante?
How about what did you think about the start of the race? How'd that go for you? I wasn't here for it, so I'm just kind of curious, like how your first
The
little.
start of the race for me was good. I made a little mistake and got passed by, I think, a Ferrari at the beginning. But besides that, I just kept my head down because I knew I was a reserve. So I just stayed in that top position, fourth, third.
Yep, you seem to do pretty good, man. So it was good to see you up here for your debut, and hopefully we see you around here more.
Thank you.
Yep, I concur with all that. Mr. BK, we'll move to the winner here in Austin. We meet again on the top step of a podium.
It's not P2 this time. Hell yeah, let's go.
You pretty much had a little fight with Sod there and Kool-Aid Man at the beginning. You had Sod to deal with as well. But once you got out to the lead, you were able to hang tight and extend it for a little while. But those two were able to come back into play toward the end. Were your tires just dying off, or was that just kind of like, I don't need to push because the penalties behind?
Kind of do lose a bit of a rhythm when there's nobody in front of you for sure. But I was mostly just making sure I wasn't overheating the tires as much as I could, and I was saving the ERS because I was pretty low when we first started that hard stint after the restart. I was pretty low, trying to get past Guru and everybody else that was ahead. So I was just trying to save as long as I could, and then once I saw the gap starting to close, I was burning it like crazy the last few laps. So it was a little bit of both, just managing and also losing that rhythm just because I had nobody around me.
Now, I do have one glaring question for you. That restart, you punted Gru into the lead. What happened? What happened?
I was mistaken. I thought Gru was Cam, so I was like, "Oh, better gas it in the back of him." No, actually, the tire difference was I just didn't expect it. There was another turn. I was behind Goose, I think. It was after the S turns, and under braking, I just caught up like a half second. So I just was flat out not expecting to have that much of an advantage under braking, and I did scream very loudly when I was sliding towards Gru's back end there. So I did say sorry. I did not mean to do that, but it seemed like everybody kind of got away decently clean after that. So hopefully no harm, no foul. But yeah, I do feel a little bit bad about that.
Mr. Cam, any questions for Mr. BK?
You excited for next week?
What track is it next? Oh, it's Canada next week. Yes, I am excited. Not my favorite track, but I'm excited for the home race for sure. And definitely after DNFing last week, getting the win this week feels good to go into next week. So,
yeah, if you win your home track, we'll play the Canadian national anthem.
We gotta watch that because of copyright.
What? Copyrights for the national anthem?
Just trust me. But anyway, any other comments for our podium, Cam? Questions, comments, concerns?
Nope. Another good drive for BK.
All right. Well,
I was hoping you was and Arrow as well.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I mean, I was hoping when you were weaving that you ran out of gas. So I was like, oh, right.
I was close. I was like a half a lap over. I was pretty close.
Wow.
He's just a little showboater. That's what he is.
That's what it is.
I was excited to win. Come on.
All right, boys. Time to wrap this one up. For Red Arrow, for Kool-Aid Man, for BK, for Cam, and the rest of AM3, tune in tomorrow afternoon on the AM side, tomorrow evening for EU3, and tomorrow night, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have AM2 featuring yours truly in the Red Bull, along with Cam in the booth. So for everybody here, for everybody in the AM side, AM3 in particular, this is Deathstorm. We will see you guys next week for round 5 in Canada.